Hey guys, how you doing? Back for another beer review. We have another Oktoberfest, one I just stumbled upon in the NSLC today. I was just sort of like casually scanning the singles and stuff on the shelf, and saw this popped out. Oktoberfest Lager from St-Ambroise. 6% alcohol by volume. Has some details on here. It says to use a mug. It says the type of beer is a lager. No kidding. Oktoberfest Lager. The type of beer is a lager? Really? Okay. Awesome. It says the hops are Hallertau Tradition and Saaz. So some nice noble hops going on there. German hops. Earthy, grassy kind of stuff. Which is perfect for the style. IBUs are 20. Serve at 5 to 8 degrees Celsius. I'm about there. And the original gravity is 13.7 Plato, if you give a fuck about that stuff. And of course, St-Ambroise McAuslan Brewery. Already got it poured somewhat in here. Just top it off. See how this stacks up to Rickard's Lederhosen that I just did. I didn't honestly expect to see any other sort of Oktoberfests or anything like that in the market up in my area, so bit of a pleasant surprise to actually have a different one to try out. So let's look at it. The color looks, if I seem to recall correctly, this is maybe a tad lighter than the Lederhosen. Still pretty much within the color range of more of a traditional Marzen. Maybe not quite as dark as I would like it, but if you want to go strictly traditional, but it's it's a bit darker than most of the pale, pissy stuff that you get these days that tries to pass off as Oktoberfest lagers. So you got a straight up amber there, bit of a frothiness to the off-white head. All right, to the aroma. Cheers. It's nice. It's really nice. You're getting a little bit of grainy maltiness up front. Maybe not so much on the sort of caramelly kind of thing you might expect, but it does have a bit of a toasty, grainy smell to it. And you're definitely getting a lot of those grassy, earthy hop character in the background. Smells pretty good for the style. It also has a bit of that McAuslan in-house kind of smell. I think if you're familiar with the St-Ambroise sort of beers and their Griffin beers and stuff like that, there is a little bit of a house smell from whatever yeast or hop combination that they use in a lot of their beers. That's very familiar. Smells real good. Works really well with this beer actually, because it is sort of like an earthy, musty kind of thing that they do have going on in a lot of their beers. So cheers. We'll go right to the taste. It's good. Oktoberfest Marzen's not the most exciting style ever. In fact, they're probably one of the most boring styles. But a good one is basically infinitely drinkable. And I probably put this in that category. The maltiness definitely comes to the forefront in the actual taste. It's lower medium bodied. Still sort of a grainy malt, not quite as caramelly sweet as you might want, but it is a grainy, nice malt anyway, nice malt taste. And yes, it finishes with earthy, grassy sort of hops. So style-wise, it's pretty much dead on. I didn't really like. Sometimes I will give 2 scores. Like I'll say style-wise, this scores this, but overall this is what my beer score for it is. The Lederhosen, I think I gave a 3.25 out of 5 or something like that. It was just the alcohol astringency in the back. At least that's what I think it is. I think the Rhino thought it was something else. The hops. And he might be right. I might be mistaken in that regard. But whatever it was in the finish of the Lederhosen didn't quite work so well. But here, finishes really well. Style-wise, this would be like a 4. The style-wise, out of the later Hausen, I'd probably give it like a 3, right? But this is probably a 4, and overall as a beer, I'd say it's a good solid 4. Very nice. I could drink a bunch of these, even at 6%. It's still technically sessionable for me, I guess. I could do it. Yeah, I'm just sucking her down. That would be a good Oktoberfest, perfect to pair with food and to drink on a slightly cool evening. So, yeah. Oktoberfest Lager from St-Ambroise, getting a 4 out of 5 from me. Worth trying out. Cheers.